Hello everyone, and welcome to my rant about how much Maplestory sucks massive donkey balls. I'm just gonna go ahead and list a bunch of reasons why I don't understand why you people play Maplestory. For those of you who haven't played, I'm just gonna go ahead and explain the process. When you first start Maplestory up, you're gonna choose a server and then try to create your character. Now, there's pretty much absolutely no options for character customization. There's like 3 haircuts, 3 face types, and maybe 3 different pairs of shorts you can choose from. You can choose from a bunch of different weapons which are all exactly the same, and you can't even choose your character class right off the bat. And the best part is, you have to roll dice in order to determine your character stats. That's right, you can't even pick your character stats off the bat. If you want a certain stat points, you're going to have to sit there and roll dice for anywhere from 5 minutes to a half hour to get the right combination. And I don't understand why they couldn't just make it so you can pick your stats like every other game in the world. It's just beyond me why they would include such a horrible system and keep the system in there throughout the entire life of the game. I've read guides online on how to create your character, and like quoted from one of these guides is, you may have to spend 10 or more minutes rolling your character in order to get the stats you want. I mean, I honestly don't understand why that is necessary at all. But okay, let's go ahead and say that you do eventually get your character created with the stats that you want, at least close to the stats that you want. And you're going to step into Maplestory. You're going to have a chance to either take an extremely boring and lame tutorial designed for 3-year-olds, or you can go to the first island. Once you go to the first island, you're basically going to be killing snails for your first 8 levels. That's right, you're going to be killing snails for 8 levels. It's not fun. I mean, I don't understand why anyone would keep playing the game after killing snails for 8 levels. It seems like that would just turn people off from the game. But apparently it doesn't, because people keep playing. But let's say that you have the nerve to actually sit there and kill snails for 8 levels. You know, you're probably going to get some reward for that, right? Well, you might, because once you go on to the next island, you can actually pick your character's class. So you're either going to pick from, the standard classes. You've got like the melee fighter, the mage, the person who chucks knives at you. I don't even know the characters' classes' names anymore. But that's basically what you've got. And you pick it, and then your stats go up, depending on whichever one you pick, to compensate for whatever class you are. And, that's cool, but then you're going to go back to killing snails with your new abilities from whatever class you chose. Sounds like fun, right? I mean, maybe with the first 5 minutes, because you've got like 2 new attacks you can use, but it really isn't fun. You're going to go kill snails. And after you're done killing snails, you're going to kill mushrooms for like the next 10 levels. And by the way, each one of these levels takes about an hour to 4 days to complete, depending on what level you are. You're going to sit there and grind in this game, because that is all that there is to do. You can't do anything but grind. I'm not kidding. You macro one of your abilities that you're going to use to kill enemies to the control button, and then you press the control button thousands of times until you level up. That's the game. There's nothing else. You can do really crappy quests that are going to give you items that are about 20 levels below what you are already using, and are worth so little amounts of money that they're completely useless. So questing is almost completely useless in the game unless you want to find something to break the monotony of pressing the control button. Because all you do is press the control button. Go play it for yourself and you'll know that I'm not lying. You press the control button for hours, and then you level up so that you can get new abilities, so that you can press the control button some more. That's it. You don't do anything besides that. You just press the control button for hours. If this hasn't made you, convinced that the game sucks by now, I don't know what will. But, it really does suck that bad. There is no PvP in Maplestory. That's right, so you know what that means, is you're just going to be stuck grinding and grinding and grinding so that you can level up, so that you can grind. In most games, you're going to grind in order to accomplish something. Grind in order to be able to, go run in dungeon, or grind in order to be strong enough to PvP, but in this game, no. You just grind. That's it. There's nothing else besides grinding. That really is the entirety of the game. And while I can understand why some people might enjoy grinding, I don't know how, but some people may enjoy grinding, I don't know how you can enjoy this kind of grinding. Because all the grinding is pressing the control button. And then occasionally pressing a button to get your health back using health potions. But that's it. That's the gameplay. You're moving around with the arrow keys and pressing the control button. And there's nothing else. There's nothing else for you to do. The game never changes from level 1 to level 200. You just press the control button. That's it. You're going to spend about 3 years getting your character to the max level. Playing all day pressing the control button. I mean, there is no game worse than this. As if all of this wasn't bad enough, the company that makes the game, Nexon, might be the cheapest company of all time. They have a cash shop that you can use to buy extras. Well, lots of games have this, and they're actually viable. In most games you can buy stuff like 2x experience cards, or a cool mount or something like that. But in Maplestory, you're going to be spending $5 to change your character's hair color. I'm not kidding. You're paying $5 to change about, maybe 25 pixels on the screen to a different color. Every other game will let you just change your character whenever you want to, and at least using in-game money. But no, you're going to be paying $5 or 5 equivalent US dollars to change your character's hair color. And that's horrible. And honestly, not everybody wants to change their character's hair color, but there are quests in the game that, without telling you, will change your character's appearance so that you'll want to go into the cash shop and spend money changing it back. For example, I did this one quest back when I actually played the game, and it changed my hair color from like a really cool spiky black hair to nasty curly red hair. And I just quit because I didn't want to spend $5 changing my character back, and he looked like a fucking retard. So, unless you're willing to dish out money to keep your character looking the same as he is, you shouldn't play this game at all, because they're going to rip you off. There's other items in the cash shop, by the way. Unless you pay real-life money, you're not going to have good weapons in this game, because all of the good weapons are bought on the cash shop. And you can buy skins for your other weapons that just make them look cooler. For example, you can have a sword and pay, $10 in real life in order to make it look like a lightsaber for 90 days. That's another good thing about the cash shop, is you buy stuff like that, and it only lasts for like a month to 90 days. That's it. And after that, it's going to be taken away from you. I mean, you spent $10 making a plastic sword look like a lightsaber. I mean, why don't you just get to keep it? Why do they have to take it away? Because they're a cheap-ass company who wants you to send more money in. That's all they are. Yes, the game is free, but you're probably going to be spending more money a month than you would on World of Warcraft or any other popular MMOs, because you're either going to be fixing your character or making your character look as cool as all the other characters who've wasted their money in this horrible cash shop. And that is all that Maplestory is. If this video hasn't convinced you that you'd be better off chewing on some dude's scrotum than playing this game, then I don't know what will, because honestly, if I tried to find a worse game than this, I would have a very, very hard time doing it. 2D platformers are okay, but this game sucks ass. Do not play this game unless you want to waste your time playing one of the worst online games out there. That is honestly all that I have to say. So, for all you Maplestory fans out there, get a life, go outside, and stop wasting your time pressing the control button over and over again.